I was like, I saw the lights flicker. I was like, okay, goodbye. I don't know if you guys caught it. And I lost power for about what? I don't even know how long I was gone. Half hour? Power outage. We Alexa, do we have a blizzard warning today?
Yes, there's a blizzard warning in effect from 1 p.m. today through 6 p.m. Monday.
Oh
It's going to be
Jesus.
pretty intense. We're looking at 11 to 15 inches of snow with winds up to 45 miles per hour. Travel will be extremely dangerous with whiteout conditions possible, so please avoid
No wonder
unnecessary
the
travel and
wind.
prepare for potential power outages.
Oh, there we go. Prepare for potential power outages. There it is. I lost power. It flickered. And that shuts everything down. It doesn't have to be that the power goes like out. If it flickers and goes off for like a few seconds, then I'm screwed. The power went out. I said, okay, goodbye, because I saw the lights flickering. I knew once I saw my lights flickering, I think I said, okay, goodbye. If they start flickering again, I'm in trouble. We have gusty winds. We have a blizzard warning. The heavy stuff hasn't come yet. We're expecting 11 to 15 inches of snow. Like I need that on top of everything else. So, yeah, but I'm going to game for a little while. My power went out. It flickered. Then it was going to said, it was, I was about to address the audio issue because somebody said it's annoying, and it is. I agree. It's annoying. But I think I stabilized it. But it's the power went out. I was like, power. I'm going to have problems. I may lose power for. I have a generator, but I'm not dragging it out and connecting it to the side of the house unless I absolutely have to because it weighs 200 pounds. It's on wheels, you pull it out, but this thing is heavy. It's a big one. So I lost power. I was like, I was about to address the audio stuff. Because I said I saw the comments, John's ears, another one said, my God, fix your audio, it's annoying. And I get it. I was just about to do it, and then the lights flickered. I said, okay, goodbye. Because I know when that happens, the power goes out. So I got the power back right away, but it takes time to restart everything. And I was like, I'm making coffee now. Oh my gosh. But there's nothing going on. I don't want to sit here for hours. I want a game, actually, because I'm bored. Even though the game is on. It's tied now. I don't want to just sit here and just talk and talk and talk when there's really no new developments going on. And it is what, 6:35 p.m. in Iran? It's early. I do still got flight radar up on one of the monitors. I'm going to check it now. Actually, I don't have it up. I do now. Yeah, it's just getting dark. There's a lot of air traffic out there. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I'll waste my own time playing games. I don't want to waste no one's time. But I'm more concerned about what's going on here too. In the whole area. We have a blizzard warning. We have some heavy snow coming throughout northeastern New England. This has got my attention right now. I'm dealing with it right now. The power went out already once, flickered. It didn't go out. It flickered. It may have went out for like 5 seconds, but that shuts everything down. Everything has to be rebooted, all that. I'm like, fuck. Here we go. So I apologize how I abruptly ended the other stream. No, it wasn't hackers or some other stuff. YouTube. It was power. Oh yeah, 11 to 15 inches of snow. Look, listen. Alexa, tell me about the blizzard warning for today.
The blizzard warning starts at 1 p.m. today and runs through 6 p.m. Monday. You're looking at 11 to 15 inches of snow with winds up to 45 miles per hour. Visibility could drop below a quarter mile, creating whiteout conditions that make driving extremely dangerous. Travel should be restricted to emergencies only, and if you must go out, have a winter survival kit ready.
There you go. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going out for 2 days. What's up, Shorty? I was just telling them my power went out. I think it was JC was telling me about the audio, and he was absolutely right. I just balanced it before I came on, but that wasn't the reason I stopped streaming. The power went out. I was like, oh shit, here we go. Blizzard warning. Already lights flickering. Because I live in the back by the woods. Oh, speaking of that. Oh shit. Oh, I just thought about that. I'll be right back. I gotta put the other ring door battery. I gotta do the other ring. It's starting already, but it's light snow. But the winds are gusting. If it hits a wire, it can flicker. Like a tree branch. Oh, it's actually not snowing at all right now. Oh, it's not snowing at all right now. Navigate. Oh my god. Oh. I'm not ready for it. I gotta be honest. I am not ready for this storm. It's a lot of work for me. Oh shit, my fire. Gotta get this. I need my coffee. I have to get my coffee. I'm freaking out without my coffee. But that's why I left. What happened to the global warming? It sure isn't happening here. But actually, I don't want to get into that conversation. The last 2 winters have been normal. The past 10 years, before that, were absolutely above average, temperature-wise. Crazy. And our summers have been extremely hot. Where I live, we're not supposed to be over 83 degrees average because I'm higher elevation. We're in the 90s, like fucking 15 times a year when we're never supposed to. And it's like, what's going on? And it's so hot. But we won't get into that conversation. And I study weather. I'm a weather guy. A lot of people that come to the stream that doesn't the Iran thing know I'm a weather guy. I almost became a meteorologist. Almost. But anyway, this is what's happening here. Blizzard warnings, all that. Ugh. I ain't ready for it. I'm not ready. Because outside we still have, it's been so cold here. The snow that we had, 17 inches. A couple of weeks ago, a lot of it's melted because it's been warm, above normal warm. For like 5 days in the upper 40s. It was like 12 degrees above normal. But now, and it's not cold right now. This is going to be a tough snow. This is going to be a wetter snow. Not that powdery. It's going to be a tough one. Lexa, what's the temperature? In 65 years, haven't seen any changes in the weather. I don't know what weather you're paying attention to. Marcus, I don't know what weather you're paying attention to. Global, sea temperatures, glaciers, melting. You haven't seen no changes in the weather? Even the sea temperatures off the coast of Florida have been going up. I monitor that for the tropical systems. We were lucky. We were very lucky last year because they were above normal again. The sea temps. Lucky that we didn't get a storm that went into the Gulf and developed because that was prime. That water was above average and it's been trending that way. And I can bring up charts because I do have them, but I don't want to get into that right now. I actually have evidence of data that shows temperature changes. And I can show here, for example, it's insane. We've had more tornadoes up here. That used to be considered rare here where I live. Now it's every time a storm system comes through, we have to worry about tornado outbreaks. up here in the Northeast and New England. I have no weather changes. Shit, I've seen weather changes here in 15 years. But that's where I live. Anyway, I'm gonna game. That was my intention. Iran has 2 drones, one over the Persian Gulf. Directly. Let me see that. You guys gonna get me stuck on that. I want to take a little break because it's gonna be a long, probably few days, weeks, who knows. I'm not seeing the drone right. I see the drone there now, yeah. What did they name it? Okay. Oh shit, that came from their base over here. Near their naval base. Maybe. And where'd you say the other drone was? Directly in the Gulf of Oman. Maybe that one went off. I'm not seeing it right now. Which wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. That's a good question. But like I said, until things start to come out from news, like I'm not gonna just like focus on Flight Radar and watch it 24/7 like on a live stream. That's like wasting people's time. See, this one I made clear is for gaming. I don't want, people to waste their time while I'm gaming. All right, hold on. I want to see something. Two of them. The weather changes back and forth all the time. It does. I'm going through it right now. Like I said, I'm not going to make this, because a lot of people make this political about global warming, global change, whatever. Well, when the shit hits the fan and people don't see the warning signs of droughts, severe droughts, and other things happening, well, you know what? Let's see what they say then. Let's see. Let's see what the long-term consequences are. And I don't get it. And a lot of people, the vast majority of people in the field don't get it. But, hey, they can reach their own conclusions and opinion. Me studying weather and went to school for it and seeing what the statistics are and the data, not speculation and opinion, I see otherwise. If we don't, people that live in the snow belt, the Dakotas, Michigan, up there, if they don't get snow, then we really have problems. Because where's that weather coming from? Up north. It comes down. If that becomes a problem, then we really have problems. I'll give you another example. Buffalo, the lake effect people that live along those lakes, the lakes haven't been freezing. It's been too warm. That keeps the lake effect monster machine going. You tell those people that they haven't experienced weather changes in the last 5 years, let alone whatever. And people will say, oh, but it's El Nino, La Nina. It's warm. Above normal warm. Those lakes usually freeze over a little bit. I don't even know if the Lake Erie is frozen yet. I don't even think it is. And that lake machine will stay on. Because it picks up the moisture from the lakes and it throws it on wherever the direction it's going at. So again, people can believe whatever they want to believe when it comes to the weather and climate. Hey, to each his own. We're not talking about 1,000 years since records were kept. Since records have been being kept since the 1800s. I'm not going back 1,000 years because a lot's changed in 1,000 years, let alone the last 150 with the Industrial Revolution. And yes, the planet goes through its cycles, and so does the sun and everything else. But again, I don't care what other people think. I don't. I know what I think. And I know how it affects me directly where I live. May not affect other people where they live, but it sure as hell is affecting me here. Because I've noticed a change. I don't personally care what other people think or say. Because I know from my personal experience where I live and other people in the area and their concerns, that's how I look at it. Everybody could reach their own conclusion. I respect it. But when you have to deal with the consequences of it and be more prepared for certain things to be going on. I had a tornado a few years ago right up the road, and it killed a woman where a tree fell on her car. These tornadoes are becoming more rampant in this area. It's insane. In the first 10 years, it was so rare, and now it's becoming a lot more frequent because of the severity of the systems, the fronts, the colder air coming down from the northwest, that warm air flushing up. Yeah, it's weather. It could simply just be weather, but the intensity has changed. It's definitely become more. Yeah, I would love to go to Texas. See, you guys down there, but you've had your share of heat waves down there. I mean, I've seen that because I was in Arizona in 2023 when you had that heat wave. It was 112 degrees in Arizona. I was like, what the? But it was different. I got to be honest. Living in upstate New York, even though being in that sun in the middle of the fucking day was not happening. I was outdoors though, and I was in the shade. It wasn't that bad. I wouldn't want to be in the sun, but it really wasn't that bad. I'll tell you what was bad. I left Arizona, and then I came back to New York, and it was like New York City area. I got off the plane, and it was like in the low 90s and humid. I was like, shit, I'll take that dry heat any day compared to the bullshit humidity here. That was for sure. But I live it, like I said, New York City sits low. Up here, it's a little higher. It changes, but it still can be humid. What's going on? I'm live.
Dude, did you make these graphics?
What graphics?
These Beyond Classified International graphics.
No, she did. Fernanda.
Bro, I like it.
She emailed me and I forwarded it to you. So yeah, she did it. But I'll call you later because I don't want nobody to hear our conversation about that.
Is it snowing?
Not yet, but my power already went out once. But not like out. It flickered and then it like went out for like 5 seconds, but my whole system went down.
Anything happening over there?
Dude, not yet, but it's going to be 11 to 15 inches.
Man, what about Iran?
Not much, no. There's talk of a possible another meeting on Friday. Oh my God. Depending on the proposal that Iran hands in. There was an explosion, gas, who knows, another one this morning. A drone had an emergency. It had an emergency landing back in the UAE, one of our drones.
You know what? I started wondering, like, these people that want the Ayatollah gone, I started wondering how many of those are, like, qualified combatants that would start, blowing up stuff and damaging stuff and burning stuff down inside the country while all this stuff's happening.
There are people within the country, like the Iranian army or maybe even our IRGC, that may flip toward the people, but it's all speculation. A lot of people think it could be who the.
Let me ask you something, because I don't want to keep you. I know you're streaming.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Iran though. I'm gonna game for a little while because I don't want to.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just wondered. We'll talk about it later.
No, I was gonna say though, there's so much speculation race you can't trust any like sourcing unless it comes from the horse's mouth, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we could sit here all day long and throw shit out there, see what sticks. I don't want to do that. I want to wait till like things are coming from officials, like real officials, like the president, Rubio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I am so tired of seeing this official say, and then you don't get confirmation that an official said. You know what I mean? Like, you know this. The president isn't a fool. He's not going to put, and he's got the circle close. You think these people are going to the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal and a source close to the matter, or, I mean, give me a freaking break. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, bro. I know exactly what you're
So,
saying.
yeah, call me later.
Okay, I'll call you later.
All right, love you.
Enjoy your game. I love you too, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
What's up, Anna?
Hey, how you doing? You busy?
I'm live streaming. Why? What's happening?
Oh, no, I just called to see how you guys were doing.
Oh, everything is good, but you know we got a big storm now coming.
I know, that's what I called. I said, you ready for this?
Oh, Jesus Christ. My power
How's
already.
your mom doing?
She's sleeping. She's good. The power flickered already.
Already, flicker? And it's not bad out there at all.
Yeah, but though there was windy gusts. But it's not snowing. It's not snowing at all yet.
I know, it's just drizzling rain.
But we're gonna have a blizzard, which means
I know.
high winds and heavy snow. So,
Yeah, I'm concerned about that shit.
yep. Go shop if you. I'm sure you already got everything sorted. But
Yeah,
if,
I already did. And Eric and Erica work and they get home at 1 because I made them switch their shift. They work 4 to 1 now.
well, you know what? That's good because get them home sooner because you don't want to be out there when this shit starts. You don't.
Yeah, they're getting home at 12. I'm gonna pick them up at 12 and they don't work tomorrow, so they good.
Oh, good. Because tomorrow's gonna be a disaster. Because this storm
I'm
is.
telling you, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad. And I'm prepping too. I got I got everything ready. There's nothing more I can do. Just wait.
Yeah, I know. Write it out, see what happens. Hopefully everything goes well, you know?
Call me.
All right.
I'll
let
you
know.
call. I'll give you a call later so you can say hello to Mama.
All right, yeah, do that.
All right, love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh my God. What? I'm sorry. I'm getting calls. It's a dry heat. Yeah. It is. I'm not kidding. I had that experience. I'm gonna play a game because I want to just chill because I don't want to talk about Iran unless it's like information that's fresh coming out. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to just watch Flight Radar all day, all night. I mean, there's no sense. Unless we see indications or I'm watching the social media stuff and Truth Social, everything like that. But I just don't want to run a stream on Iran and what? Just for what? Until something looks like important may be happening. I'm not going to waste people's time. That's why I said this is for video gaming. I'm going to chill. They're still tied with, oh, this might go into overtime. Holy shit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, we got a blizzard coming. I'm just checking the score. I got to get my coffee. I'm going to game. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to game. So you guys may want to bail. Because, like I said, I'm going to get coffee. this storm's got me twisted now. I should walk around the house and get the other Ring doorbell. Actually, I should charge this one. This way I get them all charged up. I gotta get the other one. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Should be charging. Yep, there it goes. I'll do one at a time. Oh, but then again, I better get the other one. Shit. Oh, boy. Shit. That's it. Done. 1 minute left in the third period tied. That's crazy. Looks like the hockey game is going to overtime. All right, now I'm going to game. What's up, Sean? All right. I don't know, Sean. I mean, again, there's a lot of speculation out there. As always. Oh, wait a minute. That's that Iranian drone. Like I said, I want to, if nothing is going on, I just don't want to have to be looking at flight radar and all, like, because I get alerts on the phone. Until we see, like, it's amazing how many, this has been happening, like, constant. Last night, they looked like a fleet of C-17s coming overseas. It looks like a bunch are going back. Super Galaxy. That must have left from Jersey? No. Wow, they're still bringing it in. That came from New England. Wow, they're still bringing it in. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Oh, what's the Russian doing? Two of them, we saw it last night, and they did land in Tehran. Big boys. I wonder if the Russian left from the UAE, what if they're pulling their people out? Or if there was some kind of a meeting with the officials from the UAE. Like I said, I'm not gonna mess with this right now. But I do want to see this on my screen. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I was just messing with flight radar. But there was a plane, a Russian plane. It's over here. It left the UAE military government. It's here now. It's actually very odd. If it was, I gotta go back. Not available. I wonder where it's going, because why would it go? Russia's to the north, unless it's stopping somewhere else. That is one of the planes that went to Tehran. It was some 9105, and there was another one, because I was telling them that's actually one of them. Holy shit. That's interesting. Nothing unusual. You was tracking them? Yeah, the two planes. You saw them, Shorty? Is there, like I said, guys, I don't want to get stuck on this right now. Another round of demonstration at universities today. They opened classes yesterday. Oh my gosh. They're saying now there could be a meeting on Friday. At least that's what the Iranian side is saying. No confirmation from the American side. Bill, don't you want to play Battlefield 3, which has a Tehran mission? Shit, I don't even know if I have it loaded. I should own it. We lost the battle of Cyberstan and Helldivers. We were doing a scorched earth taxes. Sean, you were playing those games? You're still tracking them, Shorty? Like I said, I'm here to play a game. I don't even know if I own too many games. But before I do that, let me get on TikTok. Because like I said, unless something goes off in Iran, I'm stepping away from it for a little while just to take a break. Like this morning wasn't meant to be. I lost power. I was like, geez, what a way to start. It's going into overtime. Jesus. The hockey game. 1-1. Gold medal game. U.S. Canada. Wow. Overtime. I'm going to open up TikTok. I'm probably going to play my music while I game. I need a break, Amy. Oh, she doesn't want me to take a break. There's nothing... Look, I've been watching Flight Radar since things got cray-cray like over a month ago. I've been watching Flight Radar constantly. And it's always on my screen. I have 4 monitors. So it's always over there, on. If I see something that looks odd, like diverting, I would notice probably the diversions start before I even see any indication of airspace closures. But you would start seeing it. I always tell people, if you want to use this, go back to June 13th as an example of last year, when you could start seeing how it looks when it starts to develop, the spacing starts. because they're getting out of the airspace. Whatever planes, when they decide to close the airspace, there's still planes in the airspace. And then they got to get out. You'll see them, the last few, getting out of the airspace. And then you'll see the gap opening up. And it opens up in the whole area, obviously. So, like I said, you can go back and look at that if you ever want to do an experiment. What's up, Nick? I know, overtime, Nick. I've been peeking over my monitors. But you can see like little indications, and you could see there's a lot of air traffic right now, a ton. This is what I really want to see, because I have a feeling the shit is going down here big time. We have no choice. We got to take this shit out. The threat to our Navy, our fleet, to the bases nearby, because it's like, look how close it is. They already said they're claiming they put missiles on those small little islands, Iran. I mean, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, they line up right here. Look how close. Plus their threat to our Navy, our naval assets. You're going to have to pound the shit out of them here. And I mean literally, you're going to have to go in heavy and hit as much as you can. So you think this air traffic, that air traffic is gone. Gone. They're going to have to go. I don't even know who, to be honest. I don't know where they're going to go. They're obviously going to go down somehow this way. But it depends on that carrier. They're not flying over that carrier in the middle of a combat mission. There's just no way that's gonna happen. So they're gonna have to go way down. They're gonna have to come way down and go up this way. They're not. Yemen is on the table. Oman, Saudi Arabia. This whole damn area could literally. This whole area, literally, could be closed down. They're going to have to go way down to the south and cut maybe up through Egypt, Africa, and go up this way to the Med. And even then, it's going to cause a lot of chaos just with civilian flights. Now, the ones on the top, they'll just go up like they did the last time. They'll just keep going east and go around. But the ones on the south, they're going to have to figure out a way. They're gonna have to figure out a way, because that shit is not happening. I don't see that happening. So you watch for the diversions. You'll start to see. I always look at the train coming down from Turkey into northeastern Iraq. You see them lining up, or lining up in the Persian Gulf to go straight up, because this is the flight path. This is it. Yeah, there's one that goes this way, but this is the one I keep an eye on, this corridor here, which mostly consists of coming down Turkey, Qatar, UAE, FedEx, a few others. Iraq, UAE. Let me zoom in, we'll get the labels. Yeah. It's the typical. That's an Iranian. It's so typical. You'll see a lot of Turkey. Iran is pretty busy. Like I said, I don't want to obsess on this right now. Who is that? India. A lot of India too. See UAE? Look at all the UAEs. Turkey. I don't know what this one is. What is that? Come on. What country is that? Ah, Bahrain. Never saw that one. So, like I said, I'm not going to obsess on this right now. You mostly track emergency flights? I haven't even put a game on yet. I got stuck on this already. Went to work today and I saw ambulance and police all over the city ready to act in the moment. Tussi's on at 45. If Trump folds like a lawn chair and accepts the deal from Iran, Tutsi is going to be eating humble pie for about 6 months. That's not okay. So a few days ago, we heard reports from the Iranian side. Remember, big pile of salt. The Iranians are saying, in 2 to 3 days, we're going to have a proposal ready for Steve Witkoff. And now you're hearing again from the Iranian side, there may be some meetings on Friday. I have heard nothing from the United States side. Nothing. No confirmation from anyone that what the Iranians are saying is true. They could be saying that as a posture to try to delay the United States from any imminent attack that may or may not happen. They're playing the delay tactic. They're going to put it out there in the public so they can say, look, we were ready to hand over a proposal. We were ready to meet on Friday. And look, the United States attacked us again while we were negotiating. That's all a play. Do you know what I mean? So don't fall into a lot of what you see. Don't fall into it. It's like a bait. Don't fall into it. Unless like I just told my friend, unless I hear from the president, Rubio, if I hear from an actual official, from a verifiable source, like if he puts it on Truth Social, I know he's saying it. The president is saying it. You know, you can't trust anything. It's all confirmed sources. Officials say this. Unidentified, you know, like, give me a break with this bullshit with sources. Iranian officials tell New York Times. Who are the Iranian officials? I thought we threw them all out of the country. No, there must be a few left. Oh my God. They won't even sit face to face. You're going to listen to a freaking Iranian official who won't even sit down face to face during a negotiation? Oh no, they're coming to you. You know why? Because they're using you. They're using you. That's right. Read between the headlines. Yes. It's like, my God. Obviously, they use the media. They use the media. Like, I wonder what kind of deal CNN made with Tehran in order to be live there. Like, we got to do everything you tell us to do, who you decide we want to have on the air to have as interviews, controlled questions. Are we going to go over the questions before I even get to ask? Like, you tell me what the deal is. Give me a break. So they can have live access from Tehran? They sure don't seem, I can't judge it, I cannot. But I'm sure CNN isn't covering Iran. Maybe 2 minutes? Maybe 3? But yet they're there. But they're there so when the shit hits the fan, they'll say, breaking news! U.S. bombing, or however they'll say it. But did not inform the American people anything leading up to that point. I don't, like I said, I'm just using CNN as an example. Not giving them any background on how we got here. But I'm sure they'll find a way to blame the president right away. Oh, I thought when he was running during his campaign, he would say he would get us into no more wars and this, however, because that's the media. And I don't care which side it is, So, you got to be really careful. It is clickbait. That's unfortunate. A lot of the news is clickbait. But, that's part of it. It's not part of it. I try not to do that. Definitely. I'm wearing my fucking shirt inside out. I just noticed that. You guys noticed it? No. I'm not on full. I did. I woke up on the wrong side, I'll tell you that. I already lost power once. That's why I lost the stream earlier. I was like, okay, bye. I saw the lights flicker. I knew as soon as I saw the lights flicker. I was about to fix the audio because somebody mentioned John and JC, I think it was. Bill, I mean, your audio's freaking annoying, dude. And I get it. I was like, you're right. Because there's all kinds of shit that was going on in the background. Every time I use Zoom or something like that, it messes up my settings. Drives me nuts. That's why when they say, oh, bring us on Discord, then I got to play with the mixer board and do all these adjustments because the sound, I'm just going to get into it. Some of their audio is horrible. Their mics suck. And I got to compensate a middle point where the people that sound loud and the people that sound low try to find a middle point, but then it could hum, it could do this, and I'm like, you know what? That shit is too much. Unless you have a good mic set, then you come on. But if your audio is going to be trash, I can't do it. I can't. You know what I mean? It's just annoying. And I agree with what somebody said in there. No, Jeff, it's true. Do you mean chill like to just relax today, or you mean like chill out, Bill? Let's see. Inside out and right side, don't care you're on. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. I'm just, and yes, I'm definitely voicing my opinion. I would have to shut up if I didn't. But we want to try to keep it as credible and sourcing and real as possible. That's why I'm very hesitant to put stuff on the screen or read stuff, because I have not fully confirmed or vetted it. And that's why you have to say very carefully, you can't read something and say that that's news. You have to say unconfirmed or whatever, because you don't know. That's why it's good to find, like, I hate to say it, if a lot of the mainstream media, even though I sound like a hypocrite now, if they start reporting about something, then there might be something to it. But if I see something on X or Telegram, that they put something out, it's coming based from a person's opinion or a group or an organization. You got to look deeper into it to make sure that that's true. And that takes time. Overtime has started. That's right. And that's the thing, the rumors. Rumors is like gossip. You know? And yeah, we are here to have a discussion about it. That is true. Patrol, that is true. We are a news agency. We're here to speculate. That's true. That's all. Absolutely. But I have to say, it's really great when the chat community has their input, because it makes me think sometimes like, whoa, that's an excellent point. Why didn't I think of it? Tusi's on in 30. You enjoy Tusi. I can always watch him at a later time. There's really nothing going on. Nothing significant. There's a lot of speculation, like somebody just said in chat. But you want to try to be as accurate as possible. Because we don't want to serve the arm. I definitely don't want to serve in the regime's propaganda machine. That is not happening. But when I see some of the stuff that they're putting out, it is absolutely, to an American, it is so offensive. Especially when, listen, I'm just going to say this in general. As even though you may not like the president or you love the president, he is the president. I respect the office. I've written to him numerous times in the first administration and now. I never wrote to Biden. I'm not saying that that is because I'm on either side. I just didn't feel the need to. I have gotten responses back from the White House correspondents. They know who I am. Oh, they know who I am. Because I am focused on certain points that I'm trying to get across when I send them stuff. I'm very respectful, polite, and it comes back cool coming back. The first 2 times I wrote was the generic response. So I know the generic evergreen that they use. Then by the 4th, it started to get a little bit more personal. Like we know who you are. But what happened is, when his second administration started, they had to redo the White House correspondence. It took time. I was trying to find out when I can get in contact again. And it was actually about a month. No, bullshit. That's more than that. About 10 months later, I got to write, and I got a response from the president's the White House correspondence. Even though it's signed Donald Trump, but that could just be, I don't think he actually signed it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Again, I'm not trying to get political here. I understand everyone's points of view. And I don't want to get into the politics. I am an independent, dead middle. I'm about bringing people together, not dividing. I've written songs about that. I am just making a point. I view things objectively. There are things I agree and disagree with any administration. I wrote to him about something that I found alarming and had to do with Ukraine and Russia. And I did it in the most respectful way I could do it. Because I was doing a lot of research on that at the time. And, I did a lot of extensive research on that, especially the minerals deal. And then they're trying to make a side deal with Russia if Russia takes the occupied territory, and they agree to that. How is it in Russia's best interest by getting access to trillions of dollars worth of natural resources? And I wrote to the president, do you realize? Because remember when he said, let's make the deal with the existing border where the occupied territory is, but Russia wanted more of Donetsk, all that. But if it would have been kept to where it is, trillions and trillions of dollars Russia's sitting on. But when I did my research, I found that the United States not only did the minerals deal on April 30th with Ukraine, which gives United States preferential access to any mining resources, period, 50% profit, and preferential access by U.S. companies. Rare earth, oil, coal, minerals, you name it. But then I found out that Witkoff and Kushner are negotiating with the Russians to make a side deal. And I don't know if you guys heard that economic free zone word come out. They're trying to make a deal with the Russians that we can have access to that occupied territory, if agreed upon, to those rare earth and rich deposits of whatever the hell. So they actually made 2 deals. One with Ukraine, and I don't know if it ever happened, if they finalized it, but one with the Russians on the occupied territory. So I did a lot of research on that. So I wrote him. That's all I'm saying. I wrote the president, and it was about that concern. Do you realize that the Russians are sitting on trillions of dollars worth of resources? That if you agree to these terms, you are immediately going to rebuild their economy. And yes, it takes time for them to do the accessing. There's still a conflict going on. But when all said is done, that's a boon an absolute boon to Russia's economy. It's trillions of dollars worth. Now it would take time to access it. The point is, they still would have it. And I wrote that letter. Does your people, do your advisors, are they telling you? Because I don't even know if anybody tells him stuff. It set off alarm bells for me. It really did. I was like, oh shit. Because what's the sense of that deal with the Ukrainian if you're just going to give it away? Because a lot of their resources sit right there. A majority. The Russians are sitting on I don't want to say a gold mine, but they're sitting on trillions of dollars worth of resources right now. Let me see if I have it. Might be in my downloads. And then I'm going to game. Tussi's on a little while. You guys can go jump to Tussi. I'm going to game. Who won the fucking hockey game? It looks like maybe the U.S. because of the responses. I don't know. Who won the game? I can't tell. Oh my God, Nick, who won the game? The hockey game. Oh my gosh, I gotta go rewind. Jesus Christ. This is why I wanted to watch the game. Oh, he's got the U.S. flag on him. That means that I think the U.S. won. He's holding the flag. They're holding the flags. We won! Oh, fuck yes.
What a moment.
Oh my God, we beat the Canadians. Yes!
United States in over.
Oh shit, I gotta record this quick. Oh, previous program can't be fucking recorded.
The gold medal here in Milan.
Oh my God, go back. Here we go.
Warner with it for Canada. On the ice with Celebrini and Taves. Couple of fresh skaters on for Team USA. Here's Picard. Now Celebrini. McDavid back on the ice for Canada. United States with Larkin, Werenski, and Jack Hughes. Here comes McKinnon as well. Here's McDavid moving in on Jack Hughes. Trying to slow him down. Puck winds up behind the net. And it's Werenski. Now Jack Hughes pokes around the car. United States with numbers. Back across it comes.
Yes, baby!
The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington.
First time since 1980. Yes, baby.
The United States wins the gold medal here in Milan. 1 minute, 41 seconds into overtime. It was
What a
his
game.
Quinn with the overtime winner in the quarterfinal round against Sweden.
They're in shock. The Canadians are in
Jack
shock.
Hughes in a gold medal game to defeat Canada.
Nice. I hope they replay this game.
Drew a penalty late in the third period, then took one.
Beautiful. Beautiful. They took both hockey gold. The women and the men took the gold. That is amazing. Oh, yes, baby. No, hell no. I'm looking at I was just looking at the end of the game. You kidding me? That is awesome. I see now. See, and I was here, and I should have been there. Yeah, right? Nice try, Canada. I'm sorry. 1980, the last time the Americans won the gold in hockey. The Miracle on Ice. Well, they just beat the Canadians. You should have seen the shock on the Canadians' faces. Oh my God, the hockey players. That was a hell of a game. Overtime, tied at 1. But go USA. I love hockey too, so it's like, that makes it even. I don't watch the Olympic, too much of the, I like the curling, but the hockey is what it's all about for me. Uh-oh. We have some more info coming in. Good morning, Frog. Nice. 1980. Think of how long it's been since the United States men's hockey team won the freaking gold. Oh my God. Oh, that's big. That's a cause of celebration. I might have to get apple juice. Not at 11 o'clock in the morning. Tusi should be live soon, folks, so go check out Tusi for those interested. Okay, so like in an hour is the Israeli cabinet meeting. Local time, their time. At least that's what I heard, 1900. So that's 7, which is 7 hours ahead of me, and it's 11:04, so like in an hour. But wait, there's stuff coming in. Oh, that is so awesome. USA winning the gold medal after all these years, decades. That is... Oh, shit. They identified the gunman? Daily Mail. Austin Tucker Martin, 21 years old. He's from North Carolina and was reported missing by his family a few days ago. Quote, this is what they said. They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those 2 pieces of equipment that he had with him, the sheriff said it. The suspect, who investigators say is from North Carolina and was reported missing by his family a few days ago, put down the gas can, but raised his gun in shooting position, prompting police to fire. Quote, at that point in time, the deputy and the 2 Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat. He is deceased at the scene, end quote. And that's it. Oh, no, there's more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Because that was an update. So, 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin from North Carolina trying to enter Mar-a-Lago premises with a shotgun and a fuel can. Oh, boy. All right, hold on. There's more coming out now. Oh, boy. Here we go with the talk. This is what I'm talking about. This is coming from the media for the regime. They're at one of their outlets. Foreign Minister from Iran, quote, I'll probably meet with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff in Geneva next Thursday. I've informed the Americans that zero enrichment is not an option for us. We won't give up on enrichment. Now, the only way that's going to change is if the United States compromises on that. The American military buildup in the region is very unnecessary, but we are not intimidated by it. A nuclear agreement could be within reach, and it may be better for us than the 2015 agreement, the JCPOA. That's what he just put out there. The Foreign Minister of Iran. So take that shit for what it's worth. And the other arm, the other media outlet, the U.S. says it's willing to hold a third round of nuclear talks in Geneva. Axios put this out there. If it receives a detailed proposal from Iran within 48 hours. Within 48 hours. This is what I mean. All right, so I'll play this quick. You guys could hear it. This is Ted Cruz. Let me play it from the beginning. I'm not going to show it on the screen because I got hit earlier. It's a Fox News clip. Ted Cruz this morning, I guess. Hold on.
To Maduro. You can leave, you can live a life of wealth and opulence away from power, and Maduro told Trump no. And on January 3rd of this year, we sent the Delta Force down there. We apprehended him. He's going to be prosecuted. Nicolas Maduro will die in prison. The Ayatollah and the mullahs have a choice. Do you want to be forcibly removed, or do you want to accept the opportunity to leave? I hope the Ayatollah has more sense than Noriega and Maduro have.
So that was Ted Cruz. I guess he was on the morning show somewhere on Fox. And that's it for now. I know, Dusty, I know, right? I don't know. Oh my gosh. How many chances are you going to give this regime? And unless something changed, I thought it was zero enrichment or nothing. Unless that's changed, then nothing changes. And the thing that bothers me, and I've been talking about this, and Dusty helped me with this. When we see these documents by the IAEA and the NPT, the Non-Proliferation, and we see how they did for decades, I'm not just saying for the last few years, for decades, how they have not complied. They've done everything they can to block access, throw out inspectors, deny things exist. How do you trust them in any nuclear deal? Forget about if they even compromised and allowed a certain low level of enrichment capability. How do you know? Who's monitoring that? The IAEA? They can't even get in. For the last 4 years, they cut their surveillance, monitoring, no access. I mean, so we're automatically now led to believe that everything will be back because they want to do that. Now, all of a sudden, you see them going to the IAE, Grossi, pleading that will put everything back, kind of a deal, and it'll go back to the way it was. Screw that. Screw that. F-15 took off from Qatar. Now, see, that I have not seen because I've always seen in that plane, it's either the F-15 or the Typhoon just sitting there in Qatar. But it took off? That might be the first time I've ever heard it taking off. Can you confirm it took off from Qatar? Because I always see it sitting there. I've never seen it take off. I've always seen it there, but I've never seen it take off. See, so it's there. But see, it does that. It moves around, but does it take off? See? I've seen that a lot. It moves around, but I've never seen it go in the air. But it does a lot of that. It's either the F-15 or the Typhoon. You'll see them pop up. But then nothing. Now, when I see that sucker take off, that is going to be a game changer for me, different. Because I've never seen that. George. You're right, Jeff. I agree. Israel is not going to sit by while they know that hundreds of missiles are being developed, advanced. Sitting and waiting gives them more time. The Chinese, the Russians, whatever you want to put into the equation. Israel will act unilaterally if they have to, which they've been waiting for a few months already because they've been wanting to go after their the ballistic system program, missile system program. And they're saying to themselves, Jesus Christ, we've been waiting. And as time passes by, they're just creating a bigger capability. We've wasted valuable time. I'm just saying, probably from Israel's perspective, it's like, my gosh, how long are we going to wait? Um, 18. I don't get that, Jeff. Oh, the drone? I saw the drone earlier. You mean the Iranian drone? Somebody said there was two. I didn't see the other one. There's the one. Somebody said there was another one. Oh my God, I was supposed to game. Tusi's on, by the way, folks. Tusi's on, like now. If you want to go watch Tusi's on. No, it's all right, dude. I make mistakes all the time. Just talk about me earlier with the audio. Oh my gosh. That's why I don't want to use Discord. You have no idea. If I showed you, and it is my fault because I have to pay closer attention to this. But it's sick. And it always you see, what happens is, I'm going to show you, actually. But it's definitely my fault. It's nobody's fault but mine. But this is what happens. And I have to uncheck certain things. You see, on Discord, I'm still a rookie, big time rookie on Discord. It's driving me nuts, actually, with the audio. I have too many audio sources. And the recording is the important part. The playback is another thing too, but I have way too many audio sources, both sides. It's just insane. You have no idea. But the point is, that's my mixer board. If I go to the level, you see it's at 100 now? Discord automatically adjusts because their audio, some people sound too low, some of them sound okay, others sound too loud. It makes my control panel audio built in. That's the audio. That's the mixer. It throws everything off because you want to have a consistent audio profile. If you don't, it throws the whole system off, the internal aspect. Think of it as the driver's side. It drives it nuts. Then I got to go back in. I forget. It's low. I got to bring it back up. It is a pain in the you-know-what. And it's Discord. It's driving me nuts. Some of them are so low I can barely hear them. Some of them sound great. The others sound too loud. And it's just making my system go insane. And then, to add to that, just to show you, because this is a complicated setup I have. It's not. That's just one thing to consider for me. Then we got this. So we got the mixer board. This is the thing on the bottom that's going up and down in green and red if I go too loud. That's an 18i10 audio interface. On top of it, that is connected to the equalizer that comes back into the system. So you've got to deal with this piece, the audio card that comes into here. Then it goes to that bottom piece, which goes into that top equalizer piece, which then comes back into the computer. And it throws the whole system out of whack. If it was just a simple sound card I was talking through, it'd be a lot easier. Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, fortunately it is. because it makes better sound when it's right. So it's a headache for me, but it's still no excuse. Oh, we have C-17s. There goes that Russian plane. It is really interesting how that Russian plane went around and up, but not across. Very interesting. How it left the UAE and went around through the Red Sea and up. That is a really bizarre flight path. Why didn't it just go straight up? And you'll see, I don't know if it's going to show it. It's not now, because it turned its transponder off. It took off from the UAE. And it stopped here. Holy shit. They might be rounding up their people. It stopped in the UAE, took off. This was from last night, that same plane. Looks like the Russians are scooping up their people. It landed here, that's why. It had left the UAE earlier. And that's why it went around to here. I wonder if it's going to make any more stops before it goes back to Moscow. That is interesting. It's like they're rounding up their people. I'm speculating. That is interesting. We saw those last night. That was one of them. But that is so bizarre. It changed the call sign. It actually changed it. That is so freaking bizarre. That's a C-17. This one is leaving. This looks like Baghdad. What is this? Military government. What is this, a tanker? Yeah. They got their tanker. A Poseidon. Boy, is Crete busy, boy. A bunch of C-17s leaving. I can't believe it. United States, it's got to sink in. USA wins the gold over Canada. That is so freaking awesome. Looks like they got another tanker. That's interesting. The UK. That could be... I figured that was a super galaxy. I think this is the one that took off from New England. It's landed. It's landing. It's coming down in altitude. So another super galaxy. I think that took off from New England. There's the line. Maybe. Yeah. Actually, no. Bullshit. That took off from, like, the DC area. Here's Jersey. Maryland. Maybe Virginia? I don't know where exactly, because the line. Dover. Took off from Dover Air Force Base. There you go. Really? The weather's going to be bad. I'm not expecting to see much coming from this area because we're getting a blizzard. Another C-17 coming in. There's always, we have what? Somebody said we have like 400 tankers around. So it's not unusual to see tankers all over the place, but yeah, that's the Qatari drone. There goes the Iranian drone. There's a few helicopters up by the UAE. Those are UAE. I would think by now the carrier is close. I also think by now we're ready. I don't see how much more you can do to prepare here. Really. Even though there's another super galaxy here. But that just came in. Oh, we can mess around. I gotta get that cap now. USA with the gold medal. Hockey, gotta get it. It's probably out already. NHL probably has it out already. I wouldn't even doubt it. It's probably gonna cost like $50 for a cap, but I gotta get it. 40 something years we got that gold medal. Olympic hockey. He looks like he's just holding altitude. It's interesting. Anyway, we'll keep an eye. Like, I already lost power once today. When I was on earlier and I got shut, it wasn't because YouTube got me. They did get me for a few seconds, but my power flickered. I may lose power tonight. I got a generator, but that's a pain. I'm not going to put the generator unless I know power is going to be out for an extended period of time. Then I do my generator. I was waiting to see when the power would come back, which it did right away. Okay, so this hasn't taken off yet. It's moving around. All right. And that was a tanker? Or, yeah, I think that's a tanker. Yeah. All right, so we'll keep an eye. But I'd rather look at the civilian. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of traffic right now. Alexa, what time is it in Tehran?
It's 7:56 p.m. in Tehran.
Wow, it's almost 8 o'clock already. What the hell is that? That's a big UAE. Damn. Qatar. I think FDB is Turkey, I'm pretty sure. No. It's UAE. All right, anyway. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. I don't know, JC. Oh, JC, you were right. The audio was a disaster. Oh, I had to go through so much shit to fix it. Oh my God. And I agree, it is so annoying. I think it was you that said it. I lost power just as you said that. I lost power. So I took a break. I made coffee and did some stuff. I don't do super chat. We don't do super chat here. People have told me, why don't you do super chat? No, it's not what this is about here. You know what? You know why I don't like super chat? Everyone's comments are important, not just the ones that contribute, that you put their comments up there because they did a super chat. I'm not with that. I'm not with it. And it's like, in order for your comments to be mentioned, you have to do it in super chat. I'm not one that believes in that kind of a model. And I get it. That's part of, that's just part of what people do all over the place. I may be one of the few that don't. That's okay. A lot of them do that. That's fine. JC, I honestly don't know I don't know. I don't think so. Benny Johnson. Maybe I have, and it's not clicking. Delivery to Trident sub base. Holy shit. Dude, anything's possible. Number one, a lot of assets have come from the UK. Maybe they're resupplying UK. It could be, you realize how much stuff has been coming from the UK? Maybe the UK needs to be a little refilled itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was wondering, why it's circling. I was just looking at that. Check out Area 51 episode about a day ago. Really? Maybe I need to subscribe to this person. Hold on. Let me look. That caught my attention, JC. I won't check it out now, but I'm going to sub to him, though. Is it Benny? Is that who it is? Benny Johnson? I may even, know him. He might have been on... I don't know if he's done any shows. I see him. All right, I'm going to flash it on the screen. Oh, there's a few. Trump confirms alien is real. That one? Look, anybody could be annoying, dude. Anyone. Give it time, anyone can be annoying. I'm just being fair. I'm going to pause it. Just tell me if this is it, because I can't show it on screen. I got hit already today. Is this it? Is that it? I might get hit just from that. It's getting crazy on the tube, bro. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazier, actually. Is that it, though? I know there's a delay. Liverpool, what? FC. Is that your football? Is that it, though? I don't know, JC. I can't play it. I will do this later on my downtime, but is that him? So you guys say yes or no. This way I can follow it. I know there's a delay. Let's see. While I wait for your answer, I'm going to look to see what's coming up on Telegram. And I'll do Discord again if people figure out their audio. But it's really doing a number on my audio. It really is. Oh, they're talking about the stuff that happened here with Mar-a-Lago. They're just catching up. So an Israeli reporter just posted this from the New York Times. All right, I'll just follow him because I don't want to be stuck here. For real. New York Times. Iran assumes there will be an American attack and has placed all of its armed forces on the highest level of alert. Okay. Ken says, yeah. Yes. All right, I followed. So, the New York Times, Iran assumes there will be an American attack and has placed all of its armed forces on the highest level of alert. Hi, Navy Mom. Area 51 is surrounded by top secret just. Listen, guys, I just want you to know. Oh my God, who would I call? I'm not doing it on a Sunday. I know a lot of, as part of, I've told you guys, part of my job for over a decade is involved in the UAP field. I've never spoken, the one person, Bob Lazar, I've never spoken to him personally. But I know people who've been to his home and interviewed him at his home. He won't come on. He refuses to come on like things like this. But I know him. He's a dear friend. Who would I talk to if I wanted to get information about Area 51? Like, allegedly, things that went on. But there's the Wright-Patterson connection with that. A lot of people think in Dugway there's stuff going on now in Utah and in other areas of the country. And yes, that S4, that it was for a lot of testing of aircraft. No doubt about it. Believe it or not, a lot of things now are just done underground, like as far as development, out of the eyes. But that's a whole... Okay, thank you, JC. Thank you. A reputable site has still, in my opinion, conjecture. Absolutely. Remember, unless we hear it from the horse's mouth, everything's opinionated and conjecture until you start hearing it from the people involved themselves directly. The last thing you want right now is leaks from anyone. And then they get all huffy-puffy when they're not informed. Well, because you people leak information in general. So you got to be careful with that. The Army S4 is supply. Again, though, Dusty, I mentioned that in reference when you hear about Area 51, S4, Bob Lazar, the flights that were going in and out. I forgot the airline that was going in and out. George Knapp was all in on that. Now Jeremy Corbell's all up in that. And, like I said, I don't want to... I can go on for like hours on this shit, but I don't want to get into that, the UFO stuff. Oh, God. Yeah, him too. He actually did something really good in 2001. Stephen Greer, if that's what you meant. I know you put Green, but you meant Greer. I think you meant Greer. Now, I know a lot of people involved in that actual DC. It wasn't a hearing. I don't know how you would describe it. Panel. I would call it more of a panel. I know some of the people that were on that panel. I haven't talked to him in a long time. One of them. But I have to tell you, and I'm not going to voice my opinion here, because I try to stay neutral. But boy, oh boy. What was the Mar-a-Lago incident about? Someone tried to enter the premises, and the individual, 21-year-old, I just read about it, had a shotgun and a gas can. And from what I seen with the sheriff, it was quoted that what the sheriff was saying, that he put the can down, but then he went to bring up the shotgun, and they took him out. He was trying to get on the property of Mar-a-Lago at like 1:30 a.m., I think, this morning. I was just reading that, Shorty, about the negotiations. Yeah, and people were like, really? Really? Like, seriously? We're going down this path again? But, again, has it been confirmed by U.S. officials? I haven't heard any U.S. official confirm that. And I'll say it one more time. They could be purposely saying that so that they can say, listen, we were ready to meet in Geneva with the Americans, with Witkoff, to continue negotiations, a third negotiation. It's coming from their side. I have not heard anything coming from the U.S. side on that. Nothing. Until I hear somebody from like Rubio or the president or somebody else saying it, I ain't believing it until I hear it from a credible source, directly coming from them. I've yet to hear that. Oh, you watched it, Mary? That's an interesting point, Dusty. Like I said, I can, you know me, I can get on the phone and call like Linda Moulton Howe, Travis Walton, I can just, but I'm not doing that on a Sunday. Because, people need to have their own downtime with their families, and it's Sunday. People go to church. Yes. And I'm not disrespecting people like that. Though they probably would answer. But maybe not. Oh, it's Bill. What does Bill want now? Oh, God. Oh, and let me just check. Oh, I got everything charging. I got to do all my rings. It's not good. They're all down, except maybe the one in the front door is not now. Oh my God, this thing's going to take forever to charge because they were fully exhausted. You got to remember, I got a blizzard like for the next 36 hours. No, bullshit. 36 hours. A blizzard. You guys don't understand how much, and I don't have a plow. I do it all with a snowblower. And we're talking a lot to clear out. The driveway alone is 120 feet. At least. Then I gotta do the front of my house. In front of the garage. The walkways. Then I do my neighbor's parking area for her. She's alone. It is a lot for me to remove snow. And I'm not gonna wait till it's all down. I have to go out in increments because it's easier to remove less snow than when it's 1.5 feet. Then I got in the backyard a gazebo I built, and I worry about too much snow in the way, especially if it's a heavy wet snow caving in the roof in. So it's like, damn, this is gonna be a pain in the you know what. It's going your way, Brian? Move to Texas. Marcus is like, Phil, screw that climate bullshit. You ain't got to deal with that. If you come to Texas, it's fine. All year round, it's steady. It's solid. See, I've always thought about, I love where I live. Don't get me wrong. I love upstate New York because it's beautiful up here. Lots of trees, the mountains. I love it here. I do. But I've always wondered, where I had a house in Florida. I owned a house in Orlando. Sold it. I couldn't live in Florida. I couldn't deal with it. And believe me, I used to go to Cape Canaveral. It was a second house. I used to go to Cape Canaveral all the time. I used to go on the Banana River and fish. And in Florida, I don't know, this is years ago. This is like 20 years ago. If you had your Florida state ID, you get a discount at any of the parks. I got so tired of going, Disney is not for me. But oh my God, what's the other one that I used to go to? I can't think of the name, it's been so long. Jesus Christ. But it was more of an amusement park. I would go there. I got sick of it. There's only so many times you could do that shit. It was and you only get a discount. It's not like you're going in for free. But I used to love fishing, and I always fished all my life. I just couldn't take the weather. It got to me. Definitely got to Mom. I'm going back to New York. I kept the house and I was renting it out. And then I sold it. But it wasn't for me. Though I did enjoy it for a period of time. And I have a lot of family down there. But it just wasn't for me. But that's just me. You know? Nothing a can of gasoline. Oh my God, Dusty. I'm outside of Boston. See, you might get more rain because you're on the coast. Texas, we have cold winters and cool winters. Sometimes it snows, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. Well, you're in Texas. But yeah, I think of it sometimes, but these days it's just so much to move, to make the move. It's a lot. But I've been, I never have actually been to Texas other than flying through Texas, like at Fort Worth, to change flights. It was cool though, because when I was flying over Texas to land to go to Roswell, New Mexico, I seen the stadium, the Cowboys, and I don't know if this is the Texas Rangers stadium there. I mean, you could see everything. Because I always sit by the window, and as you're coming in, it's right there. You see it all right there. I was like, wow, look at it. The one thing I didn't enjoy is that monorail thing in Fort Worth. It took like forever. That was the one thing I was like, oh, Jesus. But it was nice to look at it. I wouldn't mind going to Texas for a vacation or something. You guys are too funny in there. I gotta be honest. You guys are funny. Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna be honest. You'd be surprised when you travel across the country how many beautiful places there are. I mean, I can't say enough of that. There are so many beautiful places throughout the United States. Like, for here, I don't want to say where I live, Jesus Christ. But say the Catskill Mountains, the Adirondacks, Lake Placid, Saranac Lake. I've never been to Buffalo that way. That's Western New York. I've never been there. I've been like this way, not that way. Like Rochester, Syracuse, all that. I've been up north, like really north, near the Canadian border, north, where Lake Placid is, not far. Absolutely beautiful. Lake George, beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful places in upstate New York. See, everybody thinks about New York City. New York City is actually a very small but a very overly populated piece of New York State at the bottom. The rest of the state is green. Now you got cities in it, like Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, Utica, you name it. I don't live in those cities. I spent too much time in New York City that I said, that's it, I'm out. 20 years ago, I'm out. And I'm glad I left when I did. But I mean, there are some beautiful places. Utah was awesome. Where I am in Atlantic Canada is beautiful. That's what I'm saying. There's so many beautiful places. You know? Come to the UK and you can get it all in one day. I don't know if I'd want to go to... when Starmer leaves, maybe I'll come. Or maybe not even that. Snow likely to start in the next few hours. Alexa, tell me about the blizzard warning for today.
There's a blizzard warning in effect from 1 p.m. today until 6 p.m. tomorrow for Orange and Putnam counties. Expect 11 to 15 inches of snow with winds up to 45 miles per hour. Travel will be extremely dangerous with whiteout conditions possible.
Oh, Jesus
The
Christ.
forecast shows 3 to 6 inches of wet snow today with temperatures between
Oh, that's
27
bad.
and
See, the wet
36
snow's
degrees.
bad.
Please stay safe and avoid unnecessary travel.
That's bad news. Bad news. Bad news. The hell is that? TikTok. I'm supposed to be gaming. They're probably saying, Bill, I'm not even watching TikTok. Am I on TikTok? Oh my God. It's called Winter Storm Hernando. What is this? Yeah, I was seeing that drone. I'm seeing what they're writing on Discord. Oh my God. USA beat Canada in the hockey. That is so awesome. I only got one camera working. Let me see what it looks like outside. Oh my God. This is so, it's not snowing yet. I fed the cats already. Mom just pours the cat food everywhere. It drives me nuts. I got my shovel ready. I got the car parked there so I could clear out the front. Oh my God. The firewood right there in the wheelbarrow, covered. I'm as ready as I can be. The snowblower's in the garage. But this shit is coming, man. You don't know how I feel right now. Not good. Knowing what's about to happen. That 3 to 6 inches of wet snow scares me. With the power lines and the gazebo. That has me really concerned right now. I can't let it build up. I'm gonna have to go out there like every 2 hours to get it off. Fuck. Oh, there's another message coming in from that Telegram. What do they put now? U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Iran cannot enrich uranium. If that's the case, that means zero. That means there's no way they're going to meet. And now another Israeli outlet is posting from Axios. Talks between the United States and Iran will take place in Geneva on Thursday. Maybe not. Where's that coming from? Axios. Who's Axios sourcing? Iranian officials? U.S. officials? Like, who are they sourcing? I have not heard anything coming from a credible source. Until I do, then we'll see. But like somebody said in here, it is about speculation. Somebody put that in chat. Dude, Marcus, we have EF0 tornadoes, sometimes a 1. Sometimes not too far away, there was a 2 in the Berkshires. Let me tell you. It happened, and you have to see, I have a video, but I don't want to show the video because it would reveal where I'm at. Even the EF0 caused, where it touched down, caused a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And someone lost their life. I don't want to say where, but a tree fell on her car. But here, I wasn't monitoring the weather at the time, but I got the emergency alerts, and it said tornado watch, and I'm like, we get them. We get the tornado watches. But then, when it started to make that EMS sound, emergency broadcast sound, that sound, I said, oh shit. Because it's going off on all the devices in the house at the same time. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? Tornado warning. Tornado warning means that a tornado is headed your way. Now, will it hit you? Not necessarily, but it's headed in your direction, generally. So I had this door open because it was, warm out. I had my back door open that goes to the deck. And I'm sitting here. And it was sunny out. And all of a sudden, I hear both doors go boom. I said, oh shit, pressure. Something's happening. So I go out through the other door that leads to the front, the one you just saw the camera. And I swear I've always heard the stories about the sky looking green black, and to the west, which would be that way, I saw the sky turning that green black, and I'm like, holy shit, this is what people talk about. I've never witnessed it. And then I saw the trees go from straight up and start to bend sideways. I said, oh shit. Close the door. Now this house is an addition. This shit is made of fucking wood. This thing is like a tinder. It's like the three, what is it? The three pigs, the straw, like that other side is cinder block brick. It's much stronger than this side. So I fled to the other side. This is before I had Tycho, the dog. And I'm looking out. They're screaming because I had a friend here that was for Pine Bush. They were all supposed to come for Pine Bush. So I had one friend here that was here already for Pine Bush. And Mom and him are in the other side of the house near the bathroom screaming, Bill, get away from the door, get away, get over here. Me, I want to see. So I'm looking out through the glass pane windows that look over the deck. And I seen all the debris flying, and I said, oh shit, now I gotta get away from this. And I'm telling you, for like 10 minutes, it felt like 10 minutes. It might have been, all you heard was debris flying, trees snapping. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my roof. I'm gonna lose my roof. Or worse. And I'm serious, you heard big debris flying and banging, trees snapping. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on out there? That is an E of 0. And it didn't touch down here, but we got those frontal winds. Those are just as damaging, those frontal winds, as the system is coming in. Because it's a line of severe storms, and you have those isolated tornadoes within, but it was still those frontal winds. Because the tornado it was about 1,000 feet up the road. Let me tell you something right now. That shit was scary. That was scary. Then you go outside, the sun is out, and you see all the debris, and it cost me damage. Not a lot, but it did do damage. And I was like, then to clean all that debris, I had people coming over. So I'm trying to clean and check the property to see what could have been damaged. Like, oh my God. And then I had people coming over. There was no power for 4 days. National Guard was brought in. Because there was they were controlling the traffic. That's what they brought the guard in, to control the traffic. So then a friend is on his way from Minnesota driving. And he's coming in at night. And he calls me. Bill, I'm lost. Oh, where are you? Tell me where you are. He's about 2 miles north of me on a road. Now, I got to go out in my car. There's freaking power lines down. That was not a good thing. I'm trying to, because I'm not going near a power line down, so I'm trying to, and there was debris everywhere. Just to meet him, to follow me back to the house. And I filled up gas cans because they had power over there. There was no power here, so I took advantage. It was bad. And then, oh my God, it was bad. Bad. 4 days without power. And everybody's still hanging out here. Like, watch. I gotta call my neighbor anyway. You know what? And people that stay here said, Bill, one thing I respect. First you took care of, made sure everybody was fine here, and then the next thing you did was take care of your neighbors. That's exactly what I do. But at the time, she was still alive. She was in her 90s. I had to make sure. But this is her daughter that moved in with her to take care of her toward the end of her time. I'm going to call her right now because I got to be on base with her. The plan, game plan with this storm.
Hello?
You know what I'm calling about.
Yeah. It is so depressing. The only good thing about it is if you look at the forecast the 10 days ahead, by Friday it'll be 50 degrees, so a lot of it will be gone.
Oh, that is so much wishful thinking. We got to get from now to then.
Exactly.
And now they're saying we're going to get 3 to 6 inches of heavy, wet snow first.
Oh, okay. Which would make sense because the little bit of snow that we've had is wet. And a lot of it hasn't stuck. Believe it or not, it was snowing this morning around 6:30. But I can tell it's wet.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I want to get rid of that wet snow because then it's going to, I'll wait a few hours, but I don't want it to be on the bottom layer.
Right.
So I want to remove it. So I'll be out there. Do you have backup gas?
Yes, I did. I made sure I got a full 5-gallon. It's full. I filled it.
How's the generator?
Oh, you know what? That I don't know.
I may actually go to the gas station and fill up. I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Check. Don't fill up the generator because you don't want that gas to sit in there unless you're using it.
Right.
But I don't have. I think I have like 2 gallons. I may run and fill mine up so at least we have some gas to play with if God forbid the power goes out because I already had a flash here.
Oh, okay.
So before the snow starts, is it snowing right now? No, right?
No, it's not doing anything, thank God.
Right now might be a good opportunity for me to fill my cans.
Yeah,
Though
I
my
would, because they said that the wind is supposed to start picking up this afternoon. See, that's what the worst part about it is. And they said we could have wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour.
I know that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. So,
Power outage.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stay on top of the snow too. So I'm probably. They said that the snow is supposed to really start between 1 and 3 this afternoon. Well,
It's right around the corner.
yeah. So once we start getting if we get 2 or 3 inches on the ground, I'm gonna go out and try to move some stuff because they said tonight we could get 2 to 3 inches an hour.
Oh,
so
Jesus
we're gonna get bombarded.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be out shoveling and whatnot by 11 o'clock or so because then, whatever comes after, we'll have to attack in the morning. But
Oh God, I'm gonna be out there a few times.
yeah, they said that overnight is when it's really going to be the 2 to 3 inches and then the blowing. And the wind.
Oh my
Yeah, 'cause
God.
they're saying the wind, they're saying around 30 miles per hour, but
Gusts up to 50.
yeah, it could get up to 50. So
All right. Well,
that ain't bad enough.
I'm gonna run, and
Okay.
because I got the car parked in my spot, so when I do the snow blower, but I could always park it again. I'm gonna run right now and go grab some gas.
Okay.
Call me if anything.
Yeah, because like I said, I only had that one gas can, but I filled it. I mean,
All right, yeah, that's good as long as you got that, because I'm not concerned about my snow blower because I already have it topped off because I know I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
I just want to have that backup for our generators because we're the only ones like in the whole neighborhood that have generators. When you look around, we're like the only ones.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's like, you notice that? You ever notice that when there's power out, like the only 2 generators I hear is ours.
Yeah, I have noticed. 'Cause I know the people, the people that moved, that lived in, where John.
Right,
they
where
actually
Sade, yeah.
They did have one.
They did.
The Hispanics. They did.
Yes.
Have one because I saw them.
Yep.
But no, everybody else, I don't think they have any.
No.
Now
No.
that you brought that to my attention.
All right. I'm going to go right now, quick, get the gas, and come right back. Call me. You'll see me out there, though. You will see me, obviously.
Alrighty.
All right.
Good.
See you later. Call me if anything.
Will do.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye. We always get on the same page when there's like a storm coming. Because we have to work together. Neighbors helping neighbors, right? I hope. But I do want to show you a video before I step out quick. It's only 5 minutes away, so I'll be right back. I'm going to leave this all up. But I have to, before it starts, I got to fill up my 2 cans, 10 gallons of gas. I'm a preppy person. I don't like to be not prepared. Hell no. Hell no. I want to see if I can find this video. Which I don't know where it is. Oh, God. It could be anywhere. You know, my shit is so unorganized. One day I'm gonna have to come in here and really this is a lot of the station related shit. And movies. And Led Zeppelin stuff and videos. Music videos. But this shit is ridiculous. Like when I went to see Iron Maiden. Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't fix this video. Yeah, I'm at the Iron Maiden concert. Like even things like that. Oh my God. That's too funny. Let's see. I'm gonna see them again for the 20th time this year. 20th time. And Rush for the 20th time too. Hold on. Well, let me see if the NHL, while this is trying to load. Here we go. Let me see if the video. You guys gonna laugh when you see this. Remember I talked about the tornado? Well, oh, this could be the video. I think I found it. USA Gold, women's, men's gold. I want a cap. I want a fucking cap right now. Shop now. They don't have it yet. Come on, there's got to be a gold cap, baby. It's got to come out soon. It's got to come out soon. We need that gold USA cap. Not yet. They have the women's. They don't have men's USA gold. Gold medal. They got the shirt. And the hoodie. I can't show it on the screen. I think I'm on TikTok. I don't even know. Am I? Did I ever go live on TikTok? No, I didn't. Good. We're not going to go on live on TikTok. But let me show you the video I wanted to show you. Remember the tornado? No. This is when I was a big guy. I lost 70 pounds since this video. But you're going to see a little bit of that tornado effect on my property. This was years ago, so this tree almost completely uprooted and almost destroyed where I'm sitting right now. It almost destroyed my house, literally. If it would have went completely, it would have went right through this side of the house. That. I had already cut a lot of the branches off. I'm on the roof with the chainsaw. And you're going to see something that is crazy what I did. The pool, nothing happened. The gazebo got damaged, but not bad. I'm going to skip. My friend was the one who was recording this live at the time. So all my friends are out there like, this guy's crazy. I'm up on the roof. Just think, I have a deck out there now that I built. Everything is so different now. I've modernized the house. That tree almost went through my house. And look how it uprooted. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you, but 6 to 12 inches away from going through the house. I had already cut a lot. But wait till I show you what, toward the end of the video, what this crazy person did. And all my friends were here helping me. I mean, look at this. And I had already cut a lot away. Look how close that tree. It hit the gazebo, but surprisingly, not too bad. There's Momzilla. But wait till you see what I did. See the ladder that I'm putting on the roof? Against the tree? See that? Look at me. I'm crazy. I'm trying to cut away. I did do that tree by myself. The whole thing eventually. Look at this. Look how crazy this is. Just look how crazy what I'm doing up there. And then watch the end of the video. I'll skip a lot of this. Look what I'm about to attempt. Oh boy. I'm on the roof with an extended ladder, climbing up that ladder with a chainsaw in my hand. 237 pounds of me, which now I'm 170, which makes it a lot more difficult. Oh, that's a hold my beard. People thought I was gonna, it wasn't gonna end up well. Now, they have we put a rope to that one branch. Do you see that one branch that's sticking out? That's my mission. I want to cut it away from the house. So they got it tied with a rope. So they're pulling. They're getting ready to pull it away from the house. And I'm really thinking like, oh shit, should I do this? I'm one of those people that I don't give in easily. So, here I go. You know how risky that is to be on a ladder on a roof like that? And I had the ladder in between that tree where I had already cut away, and I tied it up to that stump. Here we go. Here we go. Start the chainsaw. There goes the start. Here it comes. There it goes. Boom. And let me tell you, when I cut it, the ladder obviously moved. I thought, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. That was risky. The gazebo got damaged, but I managed to fix it. That's my backyard. See, I live by a wooded area, but you know what I did now? I cut all the trees surrounding my property. After that experience, I cut them all down. Anything close to the perimeter of the property, I cut them all. I don't want to ever have that risk again. There's one left, but it's a sapling. It's young. You remember that, Marco? Marco probably seen it when it was live years ago. Probably. That was crazy, bro. Now, like I said, I got to go out right now and get grass before the snow starts. But there was a lot of... That was from the EF0 tornado. But that was the frontal winds that caused that. I have a wood guy. He's the one who delivers my wood. Oh, you saw it live? But then, I got to go out. I got to get this gas before the snow starts. But then, I don't know which channel it's on. It's probably on the other one. Yeah, I think it's on the other channel. Let me try the other one. Oh, that ain't gonna work. I guess it will. Storm damage. Oh yeah, this is the one. So I'll just show you a little bit of the damage from where the tornado touched down and someone lost their life. It was fucked up. And they came in quick to clean up. It wasn't like they were at it quick. Oh, here's that house that got totaled. This house got messed up. Oh my God. This house really got slammed. I'm gonna show you. But I gotta be careful about revealing stuff here. Streets. Okay, here, now. Check this one. Look at the size of that tree uprooted. And you know, it went right into that house. Damn. And the thing is, even though you see damage, if the structure is compromised, the town will come and inspect. They will abandon your home. They can condemn it. If there's structural integrity, believe me, they came here. They were inspecting all the houses. It was crazy. But yeah, look at the damage. This is where it touched down, right up the road from me. You'll see, look, you know how you always see the tops of the trees are snapped off? Power lines were shut down, so that wasn't an issue. The power company had come in. But it was bad. It was pretty bad. This is the EF0. This is actually where it did touch down briefly. And you already see they were already in there cleaning it up, cutting. So it was a lot worse. I'll skip a little. It was pretty bad. Some poles, but the lines are down. Look, those houses weren't even touched. So it was bad. It was pretty bad. Look, they were stripped. And this is nothing compared to people what they go down south, but for here, it was pretty bad. That house got whacked. Look at that. They were in the basement. I talked to them. They had just bought the house 2 weeks prior. And they were in the basement, scared, the whole family. They were scared out of their minds. And I don't blame them. because I was nervous too. Look at that. You can't. That is just bad. Because we have a lot of trees. And that's it. That's all I'm going to show, because then it gets into other more private stuff. It was bad. It was bad. I don't want to experience that shit again. But nothing compared to what the people down south go through. Yes, baby. I got to get the cap. I know Nick wants the cap. I got to get a cap. You were watching? When it... Yeah, you're right. Uprooted trees and damage to houses a bit higher on the... That's the official report that was put out there. It was an EF0. But you gotta remember, there's frontal winds associated too. That's what got me. The tornado didn't get me. The frontal winds did. They're just as damaging. But it was listed as an EF0. That was the official report. EF0. So, I'm just going based on what they reported. What's up, Deshaun? I know I wasn't watching it, but I was peeking above my monitors to look at the thing, and I saw the game's over. Who won? But then I saw the Americans draped with the American flag, the players. I said, oh, we won. And you could see the smiles on the faces. And not so much on the Canadian side. I was like, oh my God, this is like 1980. And both the American women and men won the gold in hockey. That's never happened in the same Olympic. So that's a record right there. Never happened before. Both the American women and the men won the gold in hockey. That is a coup. I don't care about the rest of the Olympics, I do. But you as an American, you want to see them do well. But the hockey's where it's at for me. And to win both for the men and women, that is a freaking coup. That's a coup. I love it. I love it. And I love hockey. So I was like, wow. And I know they're going to play that game on the NHL network or somewhere, because I didn't see the whole game. Not that I need to now. But my God, what a game. Overtime. 1-1. U.S. pulls it out. Nice. 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 So I'm looking for the cap, but there's no cap. Nick, if you're in chat, if you see a site because I'm looking at the NHL store, got to get the cap. I got to get the cap. I might have to get 2 caps. One to wear and one to preserve. And never open. To collect. Might have to get 2. Just saying. All right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this up. I got to go run out and definitely get some gas for this crazy blizzard that's about to start like any minute. So I will be back in about 15 minutes. This is important. I got to get the gas before it starts. So you guys hang out, do your thing. I will be back shortly. Where are my keys? In the other jacket. All right, let me do this. I will be right back. Where are my sunglasses? That's the key. Do I really need them? No.
Caracas! Look at my nose.
Ma? I'll be right back. I gotta fill up the gas cans before the storm comes. I was just talking to Margaret. So I'm gonna go get gas really fast. Because it's coming. Oh my God. not saying we're going to lose power, but we could lose power. So I got 10 gallons of gas. Letting mom know what's going on. At least I got the gas. That's out of the way. It's snow flurries right now. It's going to start really soon. Oh my God. At least I did it. Let's check my fire. Yeah, we need maybe. I'll let that burn out a little bit more. I gotta cover up the bottom of the door. Oh, at least that's out of the way. What's going on, you guys? Is it me or there's some to be too many flights will be run? I don't see anything not normal here. It's just a lot of traffic. Let's take up Uncle Tank. Allegedly, okay, let's be clear. There are reports on Axios and other outlets that there could be a meeting in Geneva on Thursday, but it's not been confirmed from the American side. It's coming from Axios, sources. Until someone on the American side says something, then, but this is the talk that's being put out there. Witkoff said it has to be zero enrichment. Unless that's changed, there's no reason to meet, because what the Iranian people are saying is that, oh, the United States is going to accept enrichment by Iran for civilian uses. That I have not heard that. I have not heard of a compromise, any such compromise. Forget about the missiles and everything else, but as far as nuclear, I have not heard anything. Oh, we give them 48 hours to respond with a proposal, because there was supposed to be a proposal between 2 and 3 days. There's so much talk out there. Until we hear it officially from people in government, like Rubio or the president, I take everything as a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Here, I need something to smoke. Shorty, it depends what you're talking about. I'm one of them. I am one of them. Papalu! How is my baby? Huh? How is my papalu? How is my baby? He is my baby. You are my baby. Look, right now. Oh shit, the fire's a little bit much. Right now, my concern is this blizzard that's about to hit me. That's what I'm concerned about right now, the blizzard. Oh, coffee. I know, I got my well, they're not Red Bulls, but I've got my Red Bulls ready. I got my phony Pringles ready. Phony Red Bulls. Oh, look. See? Phony Pringles. Sour cream and onion. Phony Pringles. Regular. Pretzels of all kinds. Pretzels. What's in this bag? Oh, I want some of these now. I want these. You don't think I got my munchie supply? I'm a preppy guy. Well, not no. I am a prepared person, not a really all-out prepper. But I do prep. I have in my abyss by the side of the platform, there's bags of munchies like right below. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, no more cheese balls. All of them had gas cans. What are you guys talking about? Did you see there was more explosions in Paran earlier? I showed the video and the photos this morning. I don't know. I'm sure Tusi probably showed it. Read comment above. I just got back in my chair. Eugene, where are you? Hold on, Bill. Hold on. I see hold on, Bill. What the hell's going on here? I hope JC is still there and you have a great day as well. I'm trying to see what Eugene was trying to say. I don't know. 3 failed Shogun. Shogun. What is that? Not, why is no one connecting these? I'm confused. A failed, 3 failed Shogun attacks. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Shogun, I think of like Japanese. Unless I'm missing something, Eugene, which is very possible. 3 shotgun attacks in the last week. Well, we know what happened at Mar-a-Lago, a 21-year-old North Carolina man. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Welcome back, Shorty. I'd like to know more about that person, the individual itself, but I'm sure it will. Shotgun. Yeah, I get it. I get it. The shotguns. All right, hold on. Let me see if there's anything else coming out. Oh, shit. It started. That's right. It did start. The Israeli cabinet meeting has started. The Attorney General is also participating. See? Here we go. Senior Iranian and U.S. officials are set to meet in Switzerland on Thursday for a third round of nuclear talks, according to a senior U.S. official cited by Axios. Who is that senior official? I can't stand when they do that. The meeting is expected to take place in Geneva as diplomatic efforts continue over Iran's nuclear program. Iran's foreign minister said that he is likely to meet with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff during the talks, adding there remains a good chance of reaching a diplomatic solution regarding Tehran's nuclear program. Bullshit. Oh, they all had gas cans. Oh, now I know what you're saying. Now I know. So it's some kind of coordinated effort. Now I get it, Eugene. Check out the live cams in Puerto Vallarta right now. I can't do the live cams. I almost got in trouble this morning. Something's going on. My stuff is flickering again. He says the emergency setting test and I got flashing on my screen. It's like crazy. That happened earlier. The stream got cut because I lost power for a few seconds. Oh, something's going on in Mexico. Like what? Where? Puerto Vallarta. They're asleep. Oh my God. Well, remember, was it last week when they shut down El Paso because they were doing drone protests allegedly or taking down Mexican drones. So something could be about to pop off. I personally think, well, I don't even want to go there because I don't want to get into another political spin. Lorraine is sending me something. Cartel action in the city. Fires everywhere. What the fuck is going on? I can't show this.
You ever hear a siren nearby and wish you knew it
No,
was
an
happening?
ad.
I found this
Oh
seriously
my god, I
useful app
can't
called
stand the
Crime
ads.
Wow. Fire right in front of the CFD building here. Seems like there's fire all around the city today. I'm not sure what the protest is about.
The company of
You
electricity.
see some over there. Seem to be dying off. But this one just started here.
I'm hearing like what sounds like gunfire or
There's some fires over there.
wow.
200 apparently.
Wow.
Not sure what's going on.
What the hell is going? What was that? What the hell was that sound? Oh, we gotta look this up, but we're gonna have to look it up on X. What the hell's going on in Mexico? Maybe let me tell you, and I've done a lot of research on that. The main hub distribution point is Mexico for everything. For everything. And whether you're talking about drugs or human trafficking, all that, it's all Mexico. And we need to do something about it. The fentanyl, the methamphetamine, the heroin, the cocaine, it all comes through fucking Mexico. And I did extensive research on that. And I actually have documents that was done last March by the government to Congress. I actually have the document to show you how it's not Venezuela, it is Mexico. And the vast majority of it comes through points of entry. 82.5% smuggling fentanyl in the country are American citizens. Fact. In points of entry. We need to do something about Mexico. But that's a conversation for another time. But not really, because we're going to see what the hell's going on in Mexico. It's the cartel army. What are they doing? Are they doing something? What when you say the cartel army, what are they doing? Vision at loads. I'm looking it up now. The cartel has taken the city. Holy shit. And that's one of the big fucking groups, Jalisco. They're on that list that I read. I'll show it to you in a second. Oh, we gotta look at this. What the fuck?
Ahí viene otro. Grábalo, grábalo.
So the cartels are taking over the city. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know, and Lorraine.
Mira, mira, el taxista.
And everybody. No, they didn't drown a drone. It had an emergency situation and it landed in the UAE. There was a problem with the Triton drone earlier. An emergency, but it landed in the UAE. They did not shoot it down. What the fuck? We gotta go. We're gonna have to go in. We're gonna have to take this. That's another situation we're gonna have to deal with. Listen, Mexico ain't gonna say shit because if they're labeled a terrorist organization as they should, that gives us, because they are directly affecting the United States. They got to be taken out. In my opinion, we need to target these fucks. That's another situation. Right next door. Oh, the fire. That's probably what they were setting on fire. The vehicles. Look at them.
Vámonos a la verga.
They're jumping in that car. What are they doing? Yeah. They're leaving on their bikes and in that car. Holy shit. Like Lorraine said, they're blocking off the streets.
Mira, y allá también. ¿Y allá? ¿Dónde? Mira el humo, allá.
What the fuck?
Está en la estación de servicio, José. Está en 15, y mira el camión de la... Ahí.
I agree, Chris. We might have to go in.
Sí. Están tratando de apagarlo con pintores.
Wow, this is not good. Now, just remember what it said here, Jalisco. They are one of the major cartels that is responsible for bringing a lot of shit in. They are. I'm going to show you something. I have the document. I have a lot of documents. This is what I mean. It's good to have documents to back up stuff. It just fucking is. I gotta pull it up. Hold on. Then we're gonna look at more videos. It's a PDF. That's not it. Here's some PDF. It's none of those. Not those. It could be one of these. It probably is. Watch what you read. It's one of them. Okay, I think Mexico's page 263. I can't see on the other monitor. Shit. Maybe it's not this one. It's the other one. Yeah, it's the other one. This is why I say we need to do something about Mexico. That is the main source of a lot. Damn it. Afghanistan. What page is Mexico on? 263. I was right. Just, it's only the first paragraph that's important, because you'll get the idea. It's pretty blunt and straightforward. Okay, I got it. Just listen to this. And remember, you just saw Jalisco on the screen. Mexico is the, and this was handed to Congress, but you've probably never seen this or heard of it. And it was done by the government. Mexico is the principal source and transit country for illicit drugs trafficked to the United States, including fentanyl, methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, marijuana. Mexican suppliers are responsible for production of most fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine destined for the United States. Mexico is the largest source country of fentanyl and fentanyl analogs trafficked to the United States. Mexico-based Sinaloa That's what we just seen on the fucking screen. That's the Sinaloa cartel. They're doing that. I saw Sinaloa. I got to look more into this, but I could have sworn I saw Sinaloa, that name. And New Generation. Oh, was it Jalisco? It was Jalisco. It was Jalisco. Cartels are the primary distributors of fentanyl and fentanyl analogs in North America. Companies in the People's Republic of China are the largest source of precursor chemicals and equipment used to manufacture illicit fentanyl and other synthetic drugs in Mexico. This is where we need to go in and take these fuckers out. So when you put this to my attention, they're the ones. They are the ones. They're the ones. So that like the bing ding 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 went off when you guys showed me that. Hey Bill, someone is deleting my comments. There's no more mods in here. Who deleted your comment? There's no more mods in here. I didn't do it. Unless you put something in there that YouTube doesn't want you to post. I don't see any mods removing anything. I'm scrolling up. Yeah, there's no mods. Eugene, no. You might have typed something that YouTube is not allowing you to put in there, but I'm not seeing any comments removed. We went through this already the last few days. All the mods have been removed because of, I didn't want anyone to be thrown under the bus because of anything specific. So I said, I'm going to do the Tusi model, no mods. So no, I'm not seeing any comments removed on my end. And the one mod in the chat is my friend Marco, and he's not going to do it. I'm not seeing anything removed. I'm scrolling up. So no, it wasn't anybody, because I would see comment deleted by, there's none of that. Anyway, getting back. Let's go back. Wow, this is crazy. The CJNG cartels launched attacks this morning across Mexico following the reported elimination of Nemesio Aseguera Cervantes, also known as El Mencho, the leader of the cartel Jalisco Nueva Generacion, during a military option earlier today in Jalisco, Mexico. That's why it's happening. They're fucking revolting. That's why they took out their fucking leader. The leader of the cartel was assassinated, which is good. Now this is why they're doing this. His name, he was known as El Mencho. See, the Spanish names I can pronounce. The leader of the cartel Jalisco. This is why we're seeing what's going on in Mexico. Oh, that's actually good fucking news. That's actually good news.
Míralos, míralos, mira, en la pura calle. Mira, mira. Ese de abajo, mira. Y todos esos vatos traen, mira. El del taxi. Todos esos vatos traen, mira. Mira, el taxi, súbete, cabrón, órale.
Oh, shit. See, we gotta be targeting these motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I would. Oh my God, I'm going after them. Look at them. Cartel members. Wow. Holy shit. And they're gonna try to cause chaos and panic and terrorize the people of that.
Verga, puras 4 letras, hijos de puta madre,
Hey,
a la verga.
who the fuck are you? Oh, I'm gonna lose it today.
Verga, puras 4 letras, hijos de puta madre, a la verga. Prendidos a la verga.
Hey, you're
putos,
one of them.
mira.
Oh, you're
Verga,
one of
puras
them.
4 letras, hijos de puta madre, a la verga. Prendidos a la verga, putos, mira.
Puto. They're saying a lot of language. Oh my God. I wonder who was behind. They said the army. I wonder if Mexico's getting a spine. There he is. El Mencho was assassinated. One of the most wanted men in the world has reportedly been killed in Mexico. The U.S. had a 15 million bounty on his head. Holy shit. One of the most wanted men in the world was assassinated. That is fucking great. By joint U.S. and Mexican